صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Hello, reading champions. How are you doing? Welcome to another story from the book Good Night Stories from the Life of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Are you ready for reading? Let's start together. The Pledge of Aqaba. Some distance from Mecca, there was a city called Yathrib. It is now called Medina. The people of Yathrib heard about the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam living in Mecca. They wanted to know more about Islam. One day, some of them came to attend a fair in Mecca. The Prophet ﷺ was there also. They met him at a place called Al-Aqaba. The Prophet ﷺ asked them to sit down. He told them, "There is only one God. His name is Allah. He is the Lord of the worlds. He chose me to give His message to the people. Those who listen to Allah's message will go to paradise." And the Prophet ﷺ recited to them from the Quran. The people from Yathrib listened to the Prophet ﷺ and they became Muslims. The Prophet called them the helpers. When the helpers returned home, they told other people about Islam. In the following year, there was again a fair at Al-Aqaba. 12 helpers came for the fair. They met the Prophet ﷺ and gave him their pledge. They promised to believe in the one and only Allah. When the helpers were going back, the Prophet ﷺ said to them, "I will send a man with you. His name is Mus'ab. He will read the Quran to you, and he will tell you about Islam." Mus'ab went to Yathrib. He lived in the house of one of the helpers. They called him the reader. The next year, the helpers or Ansar came to the fair with other pilgrims of their tribe. They performed the Hajj pilgrimage. At night, they went to meet the Prophet ﷺ. They met him at Al-Aqaba. Altogether, they numbered 73 men and 2 women. They were from the tribes of the Khazraj and the Aus. The Prophet ﷺ came with his uncle Al-Abbas. Al-Abbas said, "People of Khazraj, I protected Muhammad ﷺ from the Quraysh. Be sure to protect him as you would protect your women and children." The Prophet ﷺ recited the Quran. Then he said, "Believe in Allah and believe in the message He gave me. Accept Islam, offer allegiance to me, and protect me as you would protect your women and children." The men took the Prophet's hand and they said, "By Allah who sent you with the truth, we will protect you. We will protect you as we protect our women. We pledge our allegiance to you." Thus, the helpers of Yathrib pledged themselves to the Prophet. This was called the second pledge of Al-Aqaba. Later on, Muslims had to leave Mecca. The helpers welcomed them to their city. Yathrib later came to be known as Medina. And that was our story for today. Thank you for listening. See you next time, inshallah.
محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم.